Hey guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection, and today we are driving a 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo Special Edition. Now we got the V10 engine, 520 horsepower. I don't believe the Special Edition gives you any more horsepower. I just think it gives you some niceties here, like the leather, the Lamborghinis, on the seats, the special wheel. So it's a sharp looking car. And this car actually has, even though it's a 2006, has a really good backup camera. Now that V10 is kind of like my R8. It revs to make power, so you got a red line that's over 8,000. We're in sport mode, so it's a little loud in here, which is a good thing. 375 foot-pounds of torque. So we're gonna take it through some twisties. We'll pull over and take a look at the car. So let's look at this interior. So here you got your radio, you got your backup camera. I'll show you that when we pull over to take a closer look at it. Lots of carbon fiber. So maybe that's included in the SE, which stands for Special Edition. I'm not positive. So let me know in the comments. We're driving in manual sport on E-gear. And you can see it gives you all 6 gears here, which is probably a good thing, because the last thing you want to do is downshift into first gear. 10 cylinders, so it's going to suck gas, but that's okay. Here you got your climate control. The air conditioning works great. It sounds amazing. I got to put an exhaust on my R8 because this car sounds way better than my car. The R8 is a Lamborghini with a suit on, so it's a little more subdued, a little more refined. This is more animalistic. Listen to this. Oh my. We'll get to a point pretty soon. We're going to cut in some turns. We'll be able to give it a go. We need everything warm. The fluids are warm now, so I've been driving this before I turn the camera on, so we're going to get going pretty soon. All-wheel drive. 2006 is the first year you can get the front lift, which you probably definitely need in this car. I had that in my McLaren. You'll be surprised how many times you actually need it. It doesn't drive half bad. It drives a little more muscle car. I would say my R8 is more nimble. But this definitely gets attention even in this gray color. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to take it to some twisties, then we'll pull over, look at the inside, take the twisties back. Special thanks to DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey. You see this video, you're interested in any of the cars, even if it's an Acura, just tell them Glenn sent you. Tell Tim, the general manager, that Glenn sent you. All right, so now we're going to downshift. Sport mode definitely sounds louder to me, so I'm going to keep it in sport mode. We'll try to get a little distance here just so I can get through some of the turns here. We're going to go a little slow. It's hard to sneak up on anybody with a Lamborghini, okay? You got some good gauges here, water temperature, battery, oil. So there's some stuff coming up here, so I'm going to try to get to it. Of course, this guy's going to go 5 miles an hour. All right. Let's see how it does in this twist. He's coming up here. We'll give it a little acceleration. Wow. Wow, now that's acceleration. The brakes are steel. This is in a world before ceramics. Throw the license plate up here. That was fun and a little bit scary, and that's kind of what you want, I think. We'll downshift it to second. Stay up here, bro. Wow, the car just sounded insane, right? Now it's E-gear, so it's not the best shifter in the world, but honestly, like the Aventador, it's part of the charm. It's easier, especially if I've been driving stick shift my whole life, but if you're not, since I was 11, but if you're not into the stick shift, I think you could have fun with this, because even though it doesn't shift that smoothly, especially on the upshifts, you get that kick, but I think that theater is kind of supposed to be there, like the Aventador. I'm sure they could have smoothed those shifts out, and if you own a Lamborghini or driven one, please let me know in the comments. I think they're kind of doing that for theater as well, to be honest with you. Now the brakes are a little mushy. I just think that's how they were back then. And you kind of have to push it into a lot of travel in the brake pedal. All right, I'm going for it. Now the paddles are affixed to the column, not the steering wheel. And actually you can't see them when you're driving. It's easy, you could touch with your hands here. And sorry, I still have my dislocated thumb from hockey. But you could easily reach them even though I can't see the paddles with my eyes. Now this is we're under 5,000 RPM. We're 4,000 RPM and this car sounds freaking amazing. Oh, that was just the license plate. Handling is not bad at all. I do have to get used to the transmission, but it does give you a lot of theater. All right. All right, so let's pull over and take a look at the car. Now it's downshifts me automatically, actually. So it put me in a second. I was in third coming in here. It put me into second, and now it's going to put me down at first. So remember that you don't want to downshift in second, and that's why I think it's telling you what the gears are here. All right, so let's we can keep it running, I guess. Let's use a regular key. These were before buttons. Let's see if I can figure out how to unlock the door. It'd be funny if I can't get out of this thing. Oh, there we go. Maybe we should, I'll shut it off so this way you can, all right. Do you put it in gear? I don't know. Anyway, parking brake. We'll put this back up here. Let's take a look. All right, so here we are, the Lamborghini Gallardo Special Edition. Here is the key. So just like, this is, you have the unlock and lock. What is that, geese here? Oh, brother, or ducks. Here we go, and then you have the key to start the car. So the Special Edition, I think, gives you the paint. It definitely gives you these wheels. These wheels are gorgeous. This actually makes it look like a newer car than it is. I don't think you'd believe it's a 2006. You could, you also get the Lamborghini insignia on the seats here. You get a lot of carbon fiber. You get to see the 10-cylinder. Now the early Gallardos had the lights like this. They kind of changed to a rectangle going the opposite way on the LPs. It looks like it's got some kind of exhaust. I'm pretty sure that is not stock. Correct me if I'm wrong. Carbon fiber diffuser, good looking car. All right, so let's start her up and we'll head back. We're gonna put the key in the ignition right there on the steering column. Hold the brake down since it's automatic. Oh wow, sounds amazing, doesn't it? All right, carbon fiber parking brake, that's awesome. Manual parking brake, not an electronic one, which is sweet. So now we can ride in auto mode and then it'll shift for you. Auto mode's not the best, to be honest. So going in manual mode, you just put yourself in neutral first, which is hitting both of these paddles. So you press both of your paddles to go into neutral, and then from neutral, you press the upshift paddle to get in first gear. Reverse is over here. To be honestly, I didn't know that. I was looking over here like the Ferraris, but the reverse is here. Odd place for the mirror controls, right there. All right, and otherwise this is Audi switchgear. I had a 2005 S4. This is a 2006 Gallardo. And to me, I think the switchgear here for climate control is exactly the same. That's good, because it saves money. Now, the cool thing is you could buy this car, and if you want this exact one from DCH Acura, for under 100 grand. So how cool is that? All right, so I'm gonna stop here, and it's gonna put me into first. Yep, I could probably go. There you go. You can't see that good view-wise. But the handling is pretty good. You got the all-wheel drive. The ride is not bad. I mean, it depends where you're coming from. I'm used to sports cars, so I'm going to tell you I've driven a lot. stiffer, but it's not a Camry. I like driving this car. It takes a couple minutes to get used to it just because of, you know, the transmission being so low to the ground. The brakes you got to press pretty hard on to get any kind of response. All right, hopefully we're going to go through the S turns again, and then we'll go back to the dealership. So here we go. Don't go in front of me. So stepping on the gas is no problem. It's just when you shift, you get that pause, and then you kind of lurches you forward. So I think, you know, the technology wasn't there in 2006. 2006, we were still doing E46 M3s with SMG transmissions. So this probably has similar rubber band feel to that. But there's definitely some theater dialed in here. Car sounds amazing. I got to get exhaust in my R8. Wow. Damn. Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing. This is cool. You want to have fun? This is exotic. Like, I don't think my R8, honestly, is exotic. Because it's a little too refined. But it works for me. This, with the exhaust and the theater, the transmission, it's exotic. You know, it's winter, so the sun is going down quickly. It's low in the sky, so I apologize for any of the sun glare. And it rolls back just like a stick shift. Interesting. Well, I mean, technically, it's an automated manual, right? So if I lift my foot, if I don't do a full throttle upshift, lift my foot off the gas, shift, it's super smooth. You don't even know I shifted gears there, right? So now I'm going to downshift. It's loud in all RPMs. We're in 4th gear at 2,000. It's still really loud. But it really isn't a drone, which I like her a lot, actually. All right, so now if I downshift, it's not bad at all on the downshift. It's the upshifts when you're kind of like at high RPMs, gives you that lurch. So that's why I think some of it is theater built in on purpose. Because the Aventador I drove was 2012, I think, and it was very similar, to be honest. All right, so now we'll head back to the dealership. So thanks, guys, for watching this video. Special thanks to DCH Acura to let me drive a Lamborghini Gallardo. This is an 06, so that kind of has all the upgrades. They came out in model year 04. It sounds amazing. You can get one of these for under 100 grand, and even with e-gear, I think you should do it. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.